Hi children, how are you all? What you all are doing at home? What you all are doing? Are you reading your lessons? Doing your homework? You have to daily read your lessons, do your homework, isn't it? Okay. Now, we all are safe in our house we live, isn't it? You are living with your parents, so we are safe, we say. All of us need a shelter to live. Shelter means now we are in our house. It's a shelter for us, isn't it? It is our basic need, we say. Basic needs means without that we won't able to live. Food, shelter, clothing. These are our basic needs. Without this, how can we live? Isn't it? So, house is also our basic need, we say. It protects us. House protects us from what? House protects us from heat, rain, dust, cold, heavy wind, then animals, thieves, etc. Isn't it? We are safe in our house because house protect us. House protect us from heat, rain, dust, cold, animals, thieves, etc. So we are safe in our house, or we are comfortable in our house, we can say. Our house, whether it is big or small, it is beautiful for us. We are safe in our house, isn't it? You know, children, in olden times, earlier, people don't know how to make a house, how to build a house. Means they used to make a house using leaves, wood and straw. You know what is a straw? It's a dry plant. We say dried plant or leaves. Using these things, people used, early man, in olden days, early man used to build houses or make houses using leaves, wood and straw. Okay, so houses made of leaves, wood and straw. It is known as a kacha house. With what house? Kacha house. K-U-T-C-H-A. Kacha. Kacha house means house made up of leaves, straw, then wood. Example, we can say hut. Hut is an example for kacha house. You can see the image here. A hut. It is made. See, children, it is made up of leaves, isn't it? Wood and straw. Dried leaves. Okay, so house made up of leaves, wood, then straw. They are called kacha house. Example, hut. But you know what happens to these houses? When heavy wind will come, when heavy rains comes, what happens? They carries away this house. Means this house gets broken. Okay, no safety in this house. I told you we are safe in our house, but this kind of houses people are not safe. Why? Because of heavy wind and rain, the house gets broken. Okay, so kacha house means hut. They are not strong, we say. Okay. Then what happened? After some years, slowly, people started making house using bricks. Okay, bricks, cement, sand, iron. Okay, people came to know how to make houses using these materials. So house made up of bricks, cement, sand, iron. It is called Pakka house. P-U-C-C-A. Pakka house. And Pakka house is strong. If any heavy rain comes or wind comes, it won't get broken. Okay, it is strong. So houses made of bricks, cement, sand, iron. It is called Pakka house. Okay. It's other examples are like we can say our house where we live made of cement and bricks. They are strong. Like flats, apartments, then bungalow. They are all pakka houses. Okay. So as I said, we all are safe in our house. We feel so comfortable in our house because our houses are made of bricks, cement, sand and iron. Okay? They are strong. So today our topic is about house we live. House we live in. House we live in. Okay, children? Yes. The types of houses we live. Today we are going to learn about the type of houses in detail. Lesson number 13. Okay. So, as I said to you, houses are safe for us. We are so comfortable in our house. It protects us from rain, wind, animals, dust, etc. So we are safe in our house. House protects us. Early man used to build house using leaves, wood and straw. These houses are not strong. Example, hut. When heavy wind rain comes, these houses get broken. Then slowly man started making house made of bricks and all. Cement, etc. They are pakka house. They are strong. Okay. These are two different types of house we say. Kacha house and pakka house. Now we are going to learn about some special house. Do you know what are special house? You know any special houses? Today we are going to learn about special houses. Okay, children? Yes, children. So we just now learned about types of houses, isn't it? Types of houses. Types of houses. Which are the two types of houses we learned? Yes, kacha. K-U-T-C-H-A. Kacha house and pakka house. Isn't it? Kacha and pakka. So, kacha house is made up of wood, leaves and straw. Pakka houses are made up of bricks, cement, sand, iron, isn't it? These are the difference between kacha and pakka. Kacha houses are not strong, easily broken by heavy wind and rain. But pakka houses are strong, isn't it? Yes. So these are the difference between kacha house and pakka house. Kacha house, pakka house. Example for kacha house is a hut. Example for pakka houses, what? Yes, apartments, bungalow. These are the examples of pakka house. They are strong. So these are the two types of houses we learned. Kacha house and pakka house. Kacha house are strong. Kacha house are not strong. They are made up of wood, leaves and straw. Example, hut. Okay. Pakka houses are strong. They are made up of bricks, cement, sand and iron. Example, apartments, bungalows, then single storied building, independent house we say, double storied building. They are all examples of pakka houses. Okay, let's read. Page number 61. Lesson 13. House we live in. We all live in a house, big or small. A house is one of our basic needs. A house protects us from heat, cold, rain, dust, wind and thieves. House protects us from heat, cold, rain, dust, wind and thieves. Our house keeps us safe and comfortable. House keeps us always safe and comfortable. We are safe in our house. Types of houses. Early man lived in caves and under trees. They used to live under the shade of trees or in caves. After many years, he learned to make houses of wood, mud and straw. Yeah, wood, straw, leaves and mud also. Okay, children. So, after many years, he learned to make houses made of wood, mud, then straw, leaves. Such houses are called huts. They are also called kacha house. They can be easily broken and blown away by storm and rain. If heavy wind, storm means heavy wind, and rain comes, it gets broken. Slowly man started to build stronger houses using bricks, sand, cement, wood and iron. These houses are called pakka houses. These houses are not affected by strong winds and rain because the house itself are strong, because they are made up of bricks, cement and all, isn't it? There are different types of pakka houses like bungalows, flats, apartments, etc. See the picture, children, see the image. You can see a bungalow, you can see an apartment in multi-storied building, big flats, okay. Single-storied house you can see, double-storied house you can see, okay. These are the examples for pakka houses, okay. They are strong. People live in different types of houses because of several reasons. We all live in different types of houses. Our houses are all not same, isn't it? The amount of money available to build the house. Yeah, it depends on the amount of money we have. If we have lot of money, we can build big house. If we have not that much money, we can build a small house, isn't it? The materials available to build the house. We need materials also. It also depends on money. The climate of a place. According to the climate, you know, there are different places have different climate. So, according to the climate, people build the house. Okay. So, so far we learned about types of house and how house protect us. What are the difference between kacha house and pakka house, etc. Now, we are going to learn, as I said you earlier, special house. Let's see these special houses. What are the special houses? The features in detail. Okay, children? Okay. Special houses. So, we are going to learn about special houses. Okay. Special houses. Stilt houses. Stilt house. It is one of the special house we say. Stilt houses. Okay. What are stilt houses? Let's see. Stilt houses are built on poles. Pole or pillar we say. Stilt houses are built on poles or stilts in places like Assam, where it rains a lot. In Assam, it rains a lot. So people build this kind of houses, stilt houses. You can see the image here, children. You can see, right? They are on the top, not on the ground. Some little bit above the ground. That house is built from above little bit above the ground. Height is there for that house, isn't it? Yes. Why people are building this kind of houses on stilt or on poles or pillars? The poles or stilts keep the house above the ground. Yes, above the ground. This protect the house and the people from floods and wild animals. In Assam, because it rains a lot, heavy floods will be. Floods. So floods comes. If it is on the house is on the ground, it will affect the house. So people are building houses above the ground called stilts or poles we say, to protect themselves from this heavy rain or floods and wild animals. Okay. The roofs of these houses are slanting, like this, slanting. See the image? See the roof? It is slanting like this, isn't it? So rainwater slides down easily. If heavy rain comes also, rainwater will flow easily through this slanting surface. Okay. So stilt houses. Stilt houses are built on stilts or poles, we say, from above the ground. Height will be there from the ground and with a slanting roof. Which place we can find these stilt houses? In Assam. Why people build stilt houses there? Because it rains a lot. So to protect themselves from heavy rain or floods and wild animals, people in Assam built these types of special house called stilt houses. Okay. Now the next one is tents. You know, you have seen tents. People build tents when they go to camp and all. For few days. There they can't go and build pakka house with bricks or cement and all. Only for 2-3 days, no? So they built a temporary house using some cloth. It is called a tent. Tents are movable shelters. We can move from one place to another because it is easy to fix and easy to take off. It is made up of some clothes. They are made of canvas, cloth or leather. Canvas means a cotton cloth, we say. Leather is also a polished cloth. Okay, so tents are made of canvas or cloth, normal cloth, cotton cloth or polished cloth like leather. They can be fixed and folded easily. It can be fixed anywhere, and after some time we can take it off and we can fold it. So it is easy to carry. Okay. That's why they told it is movable shelter. It is movable shelter because people can carry it from one place to another wherever they are moving or wherever they are going. They are used by people in mountains and deserts and while camping. People in mountains and deserts use this kind of movable shelter called tents, or people those who go for camp, they use tents. Okay, so tents are made up of canvas, leather, cloth. Okay. People in mountains use this kind of special house. Mountains, deserts, and those who are going for camp, they use this kind of houses, special house called tents. They are movable shelters, we say. Tents are movable shelters. Tents are movable shelters. Okay. So, two special houses we learned now. One is stilt house, other is tents. Stilt houses are built on stilt or poles, we say. People in Assam build this kind of houses. They build on pillars or on poles above the ground. Height will be there from the ground. Why they are built in these kind of stilt houses in Assam? Because of heavy rains. To protect themselves from heavy rain, they used to build stilt houses in Assam. Then tents. Tents are called movable shelters. They are made up of clothes, cotton cloth or polished cloth like leather and canvas. They are made up of clothes. People in mountains and deserts use these kinds of movable shelter called tents. And people, those who go for camping, they use tents. Okay, children? Yes, children, we are learning about special houses. So we learned about stilt houses. Then we learned about tents. Now next is, some houses have wheels. Houses move on wheels. Have you seen those kind of houses, children? Houses move on wheels. Some houses have wheels, Let's see. Caravan is a house on wheels. A house on wheels is called a caravan. C-A-R-A-V-A-N, caravan. Caravan is a house on wheels. It moves from one place to another. It is used by gypsies and circus performers. Gypsies. It is used by gypsies. Who are gypsies? They are people travel from one place to another. They don't have any fixed place to live. They always travel. So those kinds of people use this kind of houses. Okay, a house on wheel called caravan. Gypsies and circus performance. Circus people, circus, they used to perform circus in different areas, in different places. So they have to travel always. Today they are showing the circus. Today, for 2-3 days they will stay in a particular place. Afterwards, then again they shift the circus to another place. So they have to travel a lot. So those kinds of people, use this kind of special house called caravans. A house that has wheels. A house on wheels, we say. House on wheels. You can see the picture here, image. Can you see? Yeah, house on wheels. See, it has wheels. But it is a house, not a vehicle. We can't say it is a vehicle or like that. It is a house on wheels. Okay. It moves from one place to another. It is moving, traveling. Okay. It is used by gypsies and circus performers. We say this kind of house name is caravan. Okay. Next special house we are going to learn is igloos. I-G-L-O-O-S. Igloos. Igloos make house of snow, or we say ice. With ice people make houses. That house name is igloos. Igloos are dome-shaped houses made of blocks of ice. Igloos are made of blocks of ice. Okay, you can see the image here. Dome shape. See the shape of that house? Like a dome. That's why it is called dome-shaped house. Okay, that is the shape of a dome actually. The shape of that igloo house. Okay, it is made up of what? Ice. Blocks of ice. Igloos are dome-shaped houses made of blocks of ice. They can only be made in extremely cold regions like Greenland. Greenland is so cold region, children. There people make these kind of houses because there we get these blocks of ice a lot. Inuits are the people who live in igloos. Which people live in igloos? Inuits. I-N-U-I-T-S. The people who stay inside this house, igloos, they are called Inuits. Okay. So, we are learning about special houses. We learned about stilt house. We learned about tents. Okay. Again, we learned about caravan, a house on wheels. Which people make this kind of house, or which people live in this house? Gypsies, people who travel from one place to another. Circus people, because they need to shift always. So they choose this caravan house, a house on wheels. C-A-R-A-V-A-N, caravan. Now, people in Greenland make houses with snow, blocks of ice, we say, that are called igloos. Igloos are houses made of blocks of ice. People who live in igloos, they are known as Inuits. I-N-U-I-T-S, Inuits. Okay, children? Yes, children. So, our next special house is houseboats. Okay? Houseboats. You know what are houseboats? Houseboats are moving houses made on boats. Okay, they are moving houses, or we can say floating home also. Floating home, or we say moving houses. They are always moving houses. Move on rivers. That's why I told floating home. Float on rivers. See the image, children? You can see the. Okay. They are found in lakes. How nice it will be, children. Once you imagine, houseboats are a common sight in the Dal Lake in Srinagar and the backwaters of Kerala. In these two places, we can see these kind of special houses called houseboats. They are floating houses or moving houses. Float on rivers, on lakes, in lakes. Then they are of a great tourist attraction. Tourist people who used to travel to another places to see all the good things there, new places, tourist places. Those who travel, they find, for them it's great. It's a great attraction. Tourist people always, if they go to Srinagar and Kerala, definitely they live in this kind of houses for 1 or 2 days. Okay, so they are specially for tourist people. We can say like that. They are specially for tourist people also. There are people, those who buy this houseboat and they live. There are people like that. Okay, but it's so costly. Houseboats, to buy houseboat, it is very costly. Okay, so we are learning about special houses. Okay, so which are the special houses we learned, children? We learned about stilt house. Okay, stilt house, S-T-I-L-T, stilt. We learned about stilt houses. What is the specialty of this house? Stilt houses are made in Assam. People in Assam used to build stilt houses, isn't it? Why? There it rains a lot. So to protect themselves from heavy rain and wild animals, they used to build houses on stilt, on poles from above the ground. That is the specialty of stilt houses. S-T-I-L-T. Remember the spelling. Stilt. Okay. Means poles. Meaning is that they are raised. That houses are raised above the ground. Okay. Next we learned about yes, tents. T-E-N-T-S. Tents. What are tents? They are movable shelters. Means we can carry it easily because they are made up of cloth. So it is easy to fix and easy to take and fold. So people in mountains, deserts, they used to make tents. And also the people, those who go for camping purpose, they use tents or they make tents. Okay. Next we learned about house on wheels. Name that house, children. Yes, caravan. Yes, caravan. C-A-R-A-V-A-N. Caravan. House on wheels. Gypsies and circus people live on caravan, or they choose this caravan. Why? Because they always need to travel from one place to another. So they choose caravan to live. Their houses are caravan. That's why it is called house on wheels. It has wheels. Travels from one place to another. Next house is house of ice. House that made up of block of ice, we say. Which house is that, children? Yeah, igloos. I-G-L-O-O-S. Igloos. People in Greenland use these houses, though it is so cold. So people make houses using blocks of ice. Shape of igloo is dome shaped, like this, dome shaped. Then which people live in igloos? The people who live in igloos are called Inuits. Spelling I-N-U-I-T-S. Inuits. Okay. Then last one, the special house we learned about is houseboats. A floating home, or we can say moving houses on lakes. These houses we can find in lakes and rivers. Houseboats. They are of great tourist attraction. We can find these houseboats in which all places? In Srinagar and also in Kerala. Isn't it? So these are the special houses. Stilt houses, tents, igloos, caravans, houseboats, isn't it? These are the special houses that we learned. Do you enjoy learning special houses? Okay.